Yo, what's up, everybody? Crypto Junior here, and I'm here to give you a review of an awesome new project with great lore and art, and that is the World of Mythesda. Now, disclosure, I am community manager on the project. However, this is me just creating something to share more about the project I've been introduced to. And overall, once we met the mutual agreement upon just vetting each other out and understanding what was behind the project and what they were looking for out of me, I decided to lock in arms and work with the project. So with that said, let me introduce you a bit more into the World of Mythesda, and in my opinion, a very captivating and scenic realm. So the key value points behind the project are, in my opinion, charity, the art and the lore, as well as the online and physical card games that they have that they're currently working on. So, touch on the charity a bit. It is, in my opinion, at its core, a charity-based project. So 50% of all its proceeds coming from the secondary. So this was actually a free mint, but 50% of all secondary proceeds are going to Sea Shepherd, and they will be working with other nonprofits that are within the environmental regeneration realm. And what that means is the goal of the project is really to take some of the beauties and benefits of Web3 world and the Ethereum blockchain itself that it resides on, and actually bringing that back to help rejuvenate the world that we physically live in. So as much as, in my opinion, you get so caught up in the Web3 world, Twitter, Twitch, whatever the case may be, your vice may be, it's cool to see a project that understands that if there is no planet to live on, then we can't enjoy half these things anymore. So the project is focused on giving back to different charities. Now, the art and the lore is, as you can just see, very much eye-popping, from the creatures themselves all the way to the lands. And as you can see, the small snippets of the card game which they'll be working on. All right. Most importantly, what about the team? What about the community? Now, depending on how you like to do your research, maybe the team is more important, maybe the roadmap is more important. To me, they both hold a significant amount of weight in deciding on NFT project. So a little bit about the team, which I've been fortunate to get to know. I think one of the key benefits, especially in a bear market, is that the founders are actually the artist and the developer in the World of Mythesda. So you're getting, in my opinion, this means that they don't need to go and outsource a majority of their work, because most of it can be done in-house. Now, not in most projects, but it's very common for projects to go out and outsource their dev, outsource the art. But what happens when maybe they can't afford the artist, maybe there's a disagreement, things like that happen, or it can be very costly to outsource developments, even art as well. So with that said, like understanding that they were co-founded by the artist and the developer, and that most of the work is being done in-house, really gave some security behind the asset and ultimately the brand that's being trying to be built. So in my time with the project so far, I've really seen a lot from the story behind, the minting being the first mint of the core team. And very early on, a quick hurdle was met, and that was behind the contracts not being necessarily optimized. So what that means is it was a free mint. However, since the contracts weren't as optimized, it caused there to be still like a pretty high gas fee. So you're still paying a decent amount in gas. But even though there was a hurdle, and the collection itself to start is at 1,000, even though there was that hurdle, it got to about 30-40% on the first day. There was a real rally behind the team and the community to now mint out in the next few days. So it was really cool, obviously, being part of the team and being able to witness this from a third person perspective as well, was just seeing the fact of the team rallying together, trying to remediate obviously the mistake, and trying to then get the community behind it, which they did beautifully and actually attracted more people just because of one, the art, two, the team, and three, the community all rallying together as one. So I would say strong collaboration all together. And if you jump into the Discord, you'll see activity going on all the time and just collaboration trades discussing what is next within the lore. Next is I would say the growing community from the different works that I'm seeing done by the creators and just collaborating with different spaces, collaborating with different projects, really trying to bring more awareness to the world of Bethesda. In my opinion, that is a strong indicator of growth and potential moving forward. And the fact that they actually just brought on board new collaboration managers as well as a developer to start working on the game. Now, to talk a little bit deeper about the roadmap itself, I'd say one, as I mentioned, the creatures. There's 1,000 creatures that were minted, with over 20 different species within that creature base. So from anything from phoenixes to dragons to golems to sea creatures to werewolves to bears to lions, tigers, no lions, but there are, a variety of different creatures within this, all with different rarities as well. So it goes from common to from common to rare to epic and then legendary. Each creature also having its own distinct attack, defense levels, and other stats available as well. And that is what is going to be translating to the card game, which is, as I mentioned, going to be physical and online. So the online version is being built right now with some mock-ups of what that physical card game is as well. So once those first baby creatures are really cute looking creatures, as I mentioned, were created and minted out, and that reveal. So there was a two-pronged reveal from a single egg, which then transformed into those eggs that you saw there. So you knew what creature you're getting, and then finally the reveal. So from that, we're going to be doing the land mint next, and the land mint is what you'll need as a holder to now evolve your creatures. So you'll need a creature, one creature, the land that corresponds to that creature, and that will result in an evolved creature within the ecosystem. And then finally, as I mentioned, the ultimate goal, at least to start, and the roadmap is constantly getting feedback from the community as well as growing in just overall like aspirations. But right now, I'd say that the big destination point is developing, which is currently being developed now, is that card game, first online and then the physical version as well. So I hope this was informative. I hope this gave you a bit more insight into not just what to look for in NFT projects, but a little more about the world of Bethesda, and hope to see you in the next review. Cheers.